Now first we are going to set up this master.example.com, and we are going to give a name to this system. Then we are going to assign one IP address 172.24.0.1 to this system, and we are going to install these packages. So let us move to this system. So in our case we will go to this system. By default the name of this system is localhost, so we are going to change the name. So we will log in as a root user, and whatever is the password we are going to give this, and then we are going to change the name. The command for that is hostname-ctl set hostname, and what name we want to give, master.example.com. so this is the name. Giving your system proper name is very necessary for implementing advanced concepts. So we have run this command, hostname-ctl set hostname master.example.com. we will log out by pressing Ctrl D, again log out, and if you are going to see, already the name has been changed to master. Now with IPAS command, what we can do, we can check the IP address to our system. One IP address 192.168.142.144 has been given, and interface name is ENS33, and this address has been given through dynamically, because when we install this machine, by default the network adapter is NAT. NAT means if your internet is running on host operating system, then in a guest operating system also NAT will be running. So in our case by default it has got this address 192.168.142.144. and now we will be checking to another setting, SE status setting, whether SE Linux is enabled or disabled. So in our case it is disabled. If in your case it is enabled, so please disable that. In which file you are going to make changes, that is in sysconfig SE Linux file. That means if it is enabled or it is in enforcing mode, so what you are going to do, you are going to make changes in this SE Linux equal to disabled. By default when you are going to install, the value will be enforcing, and we are going to change this, but in our case already it is in disabled state, although not recommended practice. But in our case first we want to be understand proper basic networking, then advanced networking, then server, then we will be moving towards the security. So this we have changed. Now Iptables -L, it is going to show you whether a firewall is on, but by default it is allowing all the traffic in input, forward and output direction. So basically we can say that in our case firewall is also disabled. Now what we are going to do, we are going to install certain packages. How we are going to install the package? For that the command is yum install telnet-server. So we are going to install that package. It is for remote management of the system. So the command is yum install telnet-server, and in our case we can specify the -q option also, that will install the server in quiet mode. So now what is it going to do? It is going to install the telnet package, server package, and plus the dependency packages also. And please remember, when you are running this command, your internet should be running. So now it is going to install. Now we are going to install some other packages also. We can clear this with Ctrl L command. Now what we are going to say, yum -q mean in quiet mode install. We want to install httpd, this is web server package. vsftpd, it is a FTP server package. Then we have got nfs-utility packages, it is a package regarding NFS server. So we are going to install this. So again in our we are installing it in quiet mode, so it will not generate that much messages. So after some time, depending upon your internet speed, it is going to install. Now we want to install certain client packages also. That means for accessing the servers or certain other utilities we are going to install. So what are those packages? That means when it was asking for the confirmation, we have specified the yes value, so all the packages got installed. So let us install some other packages also, which will require later on. So we are going to say yum install, we are going to say telnet. First we install the telnet-server package. Now we are installing the client package. Second package is ftp. Then we have got command line browser elinks we are going to install. Then the wget is for downloading certain things. Then we have got another browser curl that we want to install. Then JIT software we want to install. Then lightweight client, ftp client. So in quiet mode, and in certain packages it is saying that already installed. So it is going to install packages which are not already installed. You can verify also whether the package is got installed or not by running these command, query command httpd, like rpm mean query whether httpd package got installed or not. It is giving you the information. You can check about the telnet packages also, so that is also installed. You can check about the ftp packages, that is also installed. So we can verify. So in our case we have changed the name, we have verified whether everything is okay, and our internet was working. So we installed packages according to our requirement. So which packages we installed according to the lab, these packages we have installed, and we have changed the name. Now what we are going to do, we are going to give one static address. And please remember whatever packages we are going we will required in next certain labs we have already installed, because now in our case the address is dynamically. Now we are going to change the address to static, then our internet will not work here. So in our case what we have done, by default our setting network adapter was net, so internet was running, so we have installed the package. Now what we are going to do, we are going to make the setting to bridge, and we will allocate one static address to this, so then our internet will not be running. So that means in our case whatever packages, most of the packages we will require in next view lab we have already installed. So later on if we will need certain other package, what we will do, we will again make the settings of the network adapter to net, and then we will specify that we want to obtain the address dynamically. Then internet will be running on our guest VM, then we will be. So in our case, before giving the static address, we have installed the required packages. So now our master system has got required packages plus name also. Now we will give the static address to this. So in our case we will see how to give the static address. So in our case, which address we are going to give? 172.24.0.1.